Hello everyone, my name is Brian, aka Here the Void, and welcome to the void in between your world and the world of heckin' nerds. And today we are going to be taking a look at three of the NECA Kenner Alien Tribute, or Kenner Animal Alien Tribute line: the Scorpion Alien, the Night Panther Alien, and the big lady, the Rhino Alien. So, I'm filming this on Thursday, but you're going to see it Friday because by the time you're seeing this, I am likely in the movie theater seeing Alien Romulus. I figured, ooh, why is that not all the way? There we go. I figured that I'd do these three aliens just to celebrate the fact that the new Alien movie has finally arrived, and I could not be more excited. I am a massive Aliens fan, and you guys are actually going to be seeing a toy history video next week, if not the week after. I'm doing a lot of research on this particular piece that I'm going to be doing, and these guys will actually come into that toy history, but I wanted to show these guys off. Didn't really think that they were, complicated enough for their own review, so I figured I'd do the three of them because they are kind of in the same category. I'm not going to explain all of the history behind these guys yet. They are a tribute to an old Kenner line. And the reason I'm doing that is because that story ties into the toy history piece. So let's just go ahead and get into it. We have, like I said, the Scorpion, the Night Panther, and the Rhino Alien. We're going to start with the Scorpion Alien. And you guys can see that these guys are all on stands. They are a little unsteady on their feet. This is just a NECA action stand. So we'll go ahead and get her off her stand. I'm just going to keep that around her waist. So here we have the Scorpion Alien. So this was based on the toy of the same name. And this is, of course, the classic NECA Aliens mold. Little has to be said about the Aliens mold. It is an iconic toy mold. And yeah, I think the thing I like about this the most is the coloring, the painting. The painting and the patina on this just honestly look great. And I'm just going to move this back so you can get a better look at her. Yeah, the paint just looks really good. Give you a close on the head. The typical xenomorph head. And of course, she does have an inner jaw that can extend for head bite action. And you can tell that this is based off of the original Kenner toy because the original Kenner toys that this lovely lady were a part of were all themed on animal representations of the aliens. So this one, as the title would suggest, is a scorpion, which is why instead of the normal dorsal fins, these have sort of like a devil tail, scorpionish sort of pick to them. And then you can also tell on the tail that is more of a scorpion stinger. So going through posability, head is on a swivel. So is the swivel, and I think it's a ball joint actually, that can go, oh, and there's the problem with the figure. I meant to point that out. There are these two little, I don't know how well you can see that, these little connectors. Those are supposed to be glued into the head. Unfortunately, they did come off because of the head articulation. Oh well, doesn't make me like this figure any less. Shoulder is on a swivel and hinge. Have a double elbow at the elbow. Then we have wrist articulation, swivel, and then that can bend in like so. And come down, has a full 360 shoulder turn, although these pieces do get in the way of that, of the posability there. Hips are on a ball joint, so you can do in the spread, can kick up that far and back that far, have a double knee, and then an ankle pivot, and this toe can hinge. Ankle pivot, and this can hinge up as so. So yeah, it is fairly posable, although as you can tell, it is a little unstable on its feet. You can use the tail to give it a bit of an anchor, but I just prefer to use these stands. It makes them easier to display so that they don't fall over and cause a chain reaction. So yeah, really do like this figure. Would I suggest picking this one up? Only if you're a big nerd that loves obscure toy history like I do, or B, have never gotten a version of the Xenomorph drone or the Big Chap mold. So that would be my suggestion there. Don't pick it up unless you're one of those two categories. Next, we have, I'm going to save the big gal for last, but we have here the Night Panther Alien. This is this is a remold or repaint of the, let me just adjust this real quick. There we go. This is the dog alien or the runner alien. Right now I have her standing up, but you can also, and I'll do that after posability, you can also have her on all fours. So give you a quick look at that head. Really do like the sort of shorter head on this one. And she also has, come on, stick it out. Show the people what you got. She does have focus, thank you. Hey, I said focus, thank you. She has the inner jaw. So going to posability, this one is very posable. Oh, actually, hold on. I just want to show you this. This is the Kamikaze Parasite. The original toy of this had a little parasite that would clip onto her back like that one. Do appreciate little things like that. Really like this tail, the more Stinger-esque tail. Doesn't have any dorsal plates because the runner didn't have any. But going to posability, she is very posable. Head is on a ball joint, neck articulation, that is on a hinge. Then come to the shoulders. Shoulders are on a ball joint with a hinge. Double elbow, which I do appreciate. And then the wrists can swivel around. Coming down here, she has a pretty big arcing back and a pretty big crunch, and that is for her hunched mode, the all fours mode. Then the legs are stupidly posable. You have the hips on a ball joint. The way these plates are, these pieces are, she does have a hard time moving her hips out. And then you come down to the joint. Double knee, double calf, ankle tilt, and the feet do not move. So let's go ahead and get her into her all fours mode. So what you do is you just come here and you put the head up like that. Here, take this off because that's getting in the way. And then you pose her arms so they can sit flat on the ground. And then just come back to the legs, make sure they're pointed out like that. And then just get the legs like that. And just kind of adjust her so she's on her hands and feet. And yeah, there is her in her runner sort of state. This looks great. I do have her standing up so she fits on the shelf better, but I love this quadrupedal look. It is Very nice, very reminiscent of the dog Alien from Alien 3, but painted up as the Night Panther alien from the Kenner line. Would I suggest picking this figure up? Yes. Folks, you cannot go wrong with basic red and black, okay? This figure looks fantastic. Even if you already have a runner alien, definitely pick this one up, especially if you're a giant toy nerd who's obsessed with toy history, such as myself. And now, last but certainly not least, we have the big lady herself. We have the Rhino alien. This is actually Mark 1 of the figure. They actually did another version of V2 of this figure in purple, which matched better to one of the toys of her. But as you can tell, the amount of adjusting I have to do, she is a large lass. She is a very, very big girl. And I love this figure. This is just a big, chunky murder alien. And to my knowledge, this is an original mold. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that this is an original mold. So they created this mold just for the Kenner alien, Rhino alien. So we'll come up and give you a good look at that mug. This part actually comes off. It doesn't hinge or connect in or anything. It just kind of sits there. You can take that off to kind of see the more translucent orange. That's my one problem actually with this figure is her joints, especially on her legs, are made of this softer translucent plastic. You can see quite a bit of her is in that translucent plastic. And it does make her a little harder to pose after a while of her being in one position, simply because of the weight of the figure and the fact that this plastic is a little soft. But as you can see, she's huge, and she does require a stand to be able to stand up in her bipedal, or not bipedal, state. So she does require a stand, and that's just because of the way the legs are bent for getting this lass on all fours. So we'll go ahead and, oh, and of course she does have the inner jaw. Unfortunately, mine's a little hard to get off because get out because it does get stuck on the top. So unfortunately, I can't display that. Going to posability, she is quite posable. Head is on neck. Head and neck is on a ball joint that can move as such. Come down to the shoulders. Shoulders are on a ball joint. Can do a full 360, rather uninhibited. She has a double elbow, a wrist swivel, and a hinge there, and then these two fingers can hinge. Come down to her legs. Again, there's these two leg pieces that does make it a little bit hard for her hips that are on a ball joint to move. Then she has a double knee at the knee, obviously, Brian, duh. And then no ankle tilt, but you do, or ankle pivot, but you do have a tilt. And we'll go ahead and get her on all fours so you can see how intimidating the Rhino alien is. So just sort of maneuver her legs. Ow, and I just pinned. That's another thing, guys, when you're posing this area right here, you will have a tendency to get a finger in there and that will pinch. So just be aware of that. And just kind of get her like that. Bring her arms down, lay her hands flat, pivot her head up, and then just get the legs. And again, this is where that softish plastic does kind of get in the way of this figure. She will collapse sometimes, but you can see, move this down. Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. And there she is on all fours. Does look very intimidating. Looks like she is actively about to just charge you. And you can imagine how big this thing would be in universe. So this thing coming at you, you would probably need a new pair of pants. Yeah, but again, it's just that softish plastic in the legs that just makes it a little hard for her to stand up under her own weight. So would I suggest getting this figure? Yes and no. I would suggest getting the version of this figure that is the purple and black version, because to my knowledge, that doesn't have as much soft plastic. And I've seen that figure. I think that figure looks a little better than the one I have. I do not regret getting this figure because she's awesome. Yeah, definitely go for the one that doesn't have as much of the softest translucent plastic, because you can definitely see that most of her arm and most of her leg is translucent, but it's painted on. You can really see that translucent being painted on the shoulders, because you can tell there's some paint bleed there, which does kind of look ugly in my opinion. But yeah, those are the Kenner Alien Tribute line from NECA. These are not the only Kenner Alien animal tribute figures. There are more of them. There's the mantis alien, the gorilla alien, the snake alien, the panther alien, which is just a honestly really ugly repaint of the night panther alien. I think the night panther, this is the night cougar alien. The panther alien just looks terrible in my opinion. So yeah, hope you just raise this up again to get a good group shot of them. So yeah, those are my Kenner aliens. Hope you enjoyed this. I will probably do some kind of review for Alien Romulus. I don't know how I would do it yet, if I'm going to do it, but I would like to do one. So yeah, there they are. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please go in the description and check out my links. There's going to be things like my Twitter, obviously, the YouTube channel, my business email, so that you guys, if there are any sponsors here that want to sponsor an up-and-coming nerd, you can send me an email, an up-and-coming toy reviewer nerd. There will be an Amazon wish list, things like that. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff. Yeah, I know it's boring and gauche, but the YouTube algorithm demands it. So yeah, until next time, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. Thank you so much for watching.